So today I wanted to talk about music in video games. Now, I'm not in any way certified to know anything about music, but why not? Music in video games is essential. We may often not notice it in the background, but when it isn't there, it really feels odd. Here's an example of Doom Eternal, firstly without any music, and then with its soundtrack playing. So now that we have established its importance, allow me to talk about it through these four categories: theme music, ambient music, adaptive music, and well fuck. When you think of the words video games and music, you think of stuff such as the Halo theme, Zelda theme, or Elder Scrolls. These have been popularized to make us think about them often, to not forget them. They have somewhat of a nostalgic feeling to them. In terms of advertisement, the music alone will make you want to purchase a new Zelda game, for example, if all the trailers play a variation of the original song. Theme songs can vary from the main menu theme to character themes, or overall the theme of the game. When it comes to the main menu themes, the best examples are the Halo main menu and Dragon Age Inquisition. As someone who grew up with Sony consoles and never had gotten into Halo, I still feel that's something when I hear it. It prepares you for the epic journey you and Master Chief are about to have. It shows off what the game is going to be. Similarly, with Dragon Age Inquisition, the main menu overall is just amazing. The screen shows soldiers and mages walking towards a structure, ready for a battle. It begins slow and calm. At about the 12th second, it even sounds similar to Pippin's song, Edge of Night from The Lord of the Rings. The music makes you feel like you're there, preparing for a battle that is about to happen. Peaceful at the beginning, but speeds up and develops slowly, with strings and drums kicking in at about 1/3 through the theme, continuing to speed up and add more instruments as you imagine yourself getting closer and closer to the enemy and the actual battle. It really is remarkable. When it comes to character themes, the theme I think that everyone recognizes immediately is the Nathan Drake theme from the Uncharted series. Now, many people would believe it is the Uncharted theme, but it is actually Nate's theme. As the games progress, and so does Nathan, the theme changes. It grows with the character, but it also changes to depict the difference between the setting of the game. Look at the difference between Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 4. Now lastly, overall themes of games are similar to the main menu themes. They give us the feeling of what the game would feel like, but can be played anywhere in the game, and often don't appear in the main menu or title screen. A perfect example of this is The Last of Us. The theme doesn't play during the main title screen, however, when you hear it, you know immediately what game it is. The shaky natural sound creates a dark and apocalyptic atmosphere. Ambient music is the most important in my opinion. It is the music that creates the game. It's the Western harmonica songs from Woody Jackson that play while we ride a horse in the desert of Red Dead Redemption. The dark harp music that plays while exploring the streets of Dunwall in the Southern. Or the magical choir soundtrack with peaceful piano keys that play as we venture through Skyrim for the 100th time, picking up flowers that we know we won't ever need to use. Ambient music really creates the atmosphere within games. It plays at all times, and we often don't see it due to it blending with the environment so well. And that is exactly what it is meant to be doing. Another great example of an amazing game with splendid ambient music is Persona 5. The chill lo-fi cafe-like music such as Beneath the Mask adds beautifully to the vibe of playing as a high school student in modern day Japan. Lastly, the radio in the Fallout series. You may enjoy the games or you may not. However, you cannot disagree that the radio that plays the 60s music on your Pip-Boy does not enhance the experience of playing the games. Sure, you can turn on some classical music, but the 60s radio makes it something quite unique. Adaptive music is music that dynamically changes according to what is happening on screen, or what the player is doing. From battle music to boss battles, to getting caught in Metal Gear Solid. Adaptive music is used all the time. Resident Evil games do this quite well, especially when going into save rooms. The game transitions from an eerie, tense piece of music into this calm one that makes the player feel that they are safe only by hearing the music itself. Or this example in Super Mario Galaxy, where the music's tempo changes how quickly the ball rolls. Adaptive music works incredibly well when it comes to boss fights, especially in From Software's Bloodborne. The game's overall soundtrack is eerie and in a way peaceful, beautifully conveying the world the game is set in. But the second you begin fighting a boss, the immersion and intensity triples. The cleric beast is an exceptional example. The haunting choir music echoes around the player, constantly intensifying as you try to defeat the beast. There are many other examples of adaptive music all over YouTube, such as the music fading out as you leave a crime scene in LA Noir, but I could honestly be talking about them for ages. I couldn't think of any other way to describe these moments in games. These are moments you don't expect, and the first time you hear them, you are in absolute shock. There are moments when actual songs play in video games. I remember my first delivery in Death Stranding. I prepared my cargo, walked out of the save area, looked around the land ahead of me for some signs, and began walking. And as I walked out into the landscape, music started playing, and I had to gently stop and put the controller down. It's not like something that I haven't experienced before. I have, but I did not expect it. It was extremely sudden and unforgettable. Of course, the moment everyone talks about when it comes to real life songs in video games is when you first ride into Mexico in Red Dead Redemption, and the Jose Gonzalez song Far Away plays. It depicts with ease everything you and John have been through so far in the game, and allows us into the next chapter of the adventure. And last but not least, the intro sequence of Life is Strange. Max puts on her earphones as she walks into the hallway of her school, and Sid Meier's song To All of You begins to play, reminding me of how my mornings looked in school when I would walk through the hall to go to my locker with earphones in, listening to some relaxing indie music, and probably the Life is Strange soundtrack. It really adds to the realness of Max as a character, as someone as shy and introverted as her would do that exact thing, as I have clearly done myself. The song then transitions out as she takes her earphones off, and we can still hear the faint sound until she turns up the song. Music in video games is vital. Without it, even the most interesting games, whether in terms of narrative or gameplay, would be bland. And all of these categories, and many others, make soundtracks and music in video games special.